Happy New Year! It is January 1st, 2021. Thanks so much for joining me today. This is our daily tarot. The first card that we have for today is the Moon. The Moon card is all about, it's reminding us that it's always darkest before dawn and that things move in cycles. And if you look at this card, you'll see that there's a lot of little interesting figures going on. You have a domesticated dog, you have a wild dog or a wolf, you have a crustacean, which is said to be moving out of the subconscious, and then you have a scarab, which is moving along the path. There's these towers that the path moves through, and it's all about dissolving of something, that which is no longer of use to us, so that we can actually get on the path that we are intended to be on. So this card, while it's titled the Moon, is actually associated with Piscean energy and that connection to higher source and connection to God, and where we actually tap into our own essential nature and see what our subconscious desires are within and between those aspects of ourself that are both domesticated and wild. And if you're familiar with the scarab type energies, in Egypt the scarab carries, the little ball of manure, which is that which nourishes the next journey that it's on. So, sometimes that which we let go of is actually the fuel for us to stay on the path as we move through and transition through the darkest hours. The second card that we have for today is the Sun. Are you going to focus for me, little sun? There we go. The Sun card is also another major arcana. The Sun is actually the most beneficial card in the tarot deck, and it's us seeing our essential nature. If you see the two figures here, you have the female aspect of self looking over the fence and acknowledging the male aspect of self. So this is a unity between those two parts of us so that we can actually see what shines through. And it asks us, when we're in the darkest hour, what is our essential nature? What is our being that can bring us through that? And what are we essentially here for? And to nurture that. So even though it can be the darkest hour, I think the Sun showing up as the second card today is reminding us that the sun will always come up in the morning, and there's always going to be shifts and transitions through time. So sometimes we just have to allow time to reveal these things. Now, as far as the third card for today, we have the Five of Swords. Now, fives are all about decision makings along a path. If you look at the Roman numeral of 5, it looks like a V, so it's, like choosing one path or the other, or making a decision. And being a Five of Swords, it brings up, is it useful to act, or is it more useful to leave it alone? And this is in the realm of communications, conversations, projects, and ideas. Like if we only have so much time and energy, where do we want to put it? And if we've decided that, like we want to be on this path, how do we keep ourselves from not being distracted from being on that path? Because it can be pretty easy to do that, and I think it's important to let our essential self light the way. And so sometimes some things will come in that can distract your energy and steal your energy, and it may be things that we're mentally fixated on. It may also be conversations that people want to, bring us into. And if you know what triggers you, you can know, when it's time to speak up and when it's not time to speak up, as well as when to let things go. That, it also is telling that there may be some hurtful conversations that come into the picture, and remember that, every time someone is revealing of themselves, that can allow for some release and letting go of things that ultimately would cause you pain, And that would open up an opportunity for there to be space and energies for something new. So this is all about asking you where you want to put your energies and efforts in communication with other people. So this is your reading for January 1st, 2021, and I will see you again tomorrow. Happy New Year!